She is a pop music icon. She can sing, she can dance, but did you know she can cook too? Yes, it is true. She can cook, and we're going to talk about that and so much more. And I'm so glad to be joined by Tiffany right now. Tiffany, it's so good to see you.
Well, thank you. It's good to see you. You look so beautiful.
Thanks,
Hello.
you.
Big fan. So this is great, great honor. Thank you.
Well, the
Lots of
feeling
love.
is mutual, my dear. So let's talk about how you're holding up. Yeah.
It's been emotional here and there a
Yeah.
little bit, but I've been working through it. New music, which is keeping me going. We had a whole tour planned, the Shadows tour. Hopefully we will resume when it's safe. But it's kind of a heartbreaker when you've been planning something for so long.
Yeah. So you released you have a new EP out, but this was not the music that you intended to release. You were working on something else, right? Before we had to go into quarantine.
Yes, well, I have a new album coming out. It's supposed to be out in May, called Shadows, and it's my 11th album. So that was supposed to come out, but we've pushed that back now to June, July, and found these gems that we recorded before, kind of thinking, what can we do to keep the fans engaged, give people some happiness? So we released the acoustic unplugged. I kind of like that in this temperature because it is acoustic, it's more personable. And we can fly by the seat of our pants. I'm not dragging a band, although I love you guys. I'm also very passionate about raising money for global food banks right now. That's my cause.
Let's talk about the cooking thing, because was cooking always a passion of yours?
I mean, I've always been in the kitchen. As a little girl, that was what I did. I spent a lot of time with my grandmothers. I would always chop things with them, and they let me experiment as long as I cleaned up my mess. As time went on, that was kind of my relaxed time. After a show, I go back to an Airbnb or back, to my house, and I cook for people.
So tell us what Let's Food with Tiffany is.
Well, it's a membership club. So Let's Food with Tiffany. You join up for the membership. Again, there's the global food. Your donation first goes to global food banks around the world. And then with me, it's just a monthly subscription. If you'd like to keep going, we'll keep going. Hopefully, eventually, what it was designed for was traveling. Because I travel all over the world, you would be in different places. With me working with chefs to mom and pop places, I find the greatest gems.
If you look at your Instagram, you can tell that you truly do love being on the road. You truly do love traveling. So how is it not having that creative outlet right now to be traveling and experiencing all these things?
Well, being in the kitchen has really helped me. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants a little bit again, going, all right, what do I have? Maybe I can't make that recipe because I can't get those ingredients. So this is get a little different. But I feel like if I can learn it through here, then I'm going to be better once we resume our lives.
What's the inspiration behind the album you're working on now?
Well, Shadows is, again, I've been on the road for 3 years. The fans have been lovely, and they've really encouraged me to kind of, move into the type of music, which is more rock, that I've wanted to do for a long time. So that's been a
voice is so perfect for that too.
Well, thank you. I got a great little sass. I am representing red hair. So current sounds like that, but also with a retro flair, almost like a Ramones and a Go-Go's and a Blondie sound, bringing a little bit of 80s retro there.
80s was such a great time to kind of go back to in your mind, because everything seemed like so much easier and fun. And I grew up listening to your music too, and one of my favorites, of course, was "I Think You're Alone." I Think We're Alone Now. You have a challenge, right?
I do. I Think We're Alone Now challenge. Well, what are you doing during this time? For me, I was when I launched the challenge, I was literally in a hotel. So I thought, well, I'm just alone in a bathroom right now, trying to make sense of it. I'm going to do, what are you doing? Now. I'm feeling kind of lonely myself. So that's really kind of where it spawned from. And then people started saying they're alone with their kids, they're alone with whatever, it was just, it's kind of like a comedy thing. So it's meant to cheer everybody up. So get involved if you can. I'd love to see what you're doing.
Yeah, I will. And I want to let everyone know that Tiffany's new album, Unplugged, is out now. And for info on the Cooking Club and everything else, head to our website, tiffanytunes.com. It was so good to chat with you today and to catch up.
I hope to see you soon in person when we can.
Me too. And I can't wait to give you a big hug.
I love it.